Howdy, folks. Waiting a second here. Let me see if my audience is building. Alrighty then. We're live. Hey, I'm Black Dragon. It's good to speak with y'all this Sunday afternoon. And I wanted to talk to you guys about a couple things while I was taking a little bit of time to relax. I went out to a club last night, had an amazing time, got to hang out with several of my brothers, and I was in Atlanta, most amazing time, and I saw something that was kind of interesting, and I wanted to talk about it. Club splits and MC protocol. So I'll just take a few minutes to go through this real quick. It was a really amazing thing. Some of my brothers had, in a club that was like a brother club to mine, they had a kind of a war between them, and boy, they were arguing back and forth. They didn't like each other. They left the club, and then being close to the club, we got this. I talked to a few of the brothers, and they weren't happy. And when you listen to this sort of thing, man, one of the first things that we always want to go out and do is say, "Man, those guys did you like that? Man, oh wow, that's so bad." You know what? You always got a home with us. That's what we like to do. You always got a home with us. So if you want to break up with that club, man, come over here and hang out with us. And it's just absolute BS. I'm going to do a few videos on this, MC club, club splits and MC protocol. But this is the first one I want to do, and that is the video of what do you do if you're the friend MC to some brothers that are fighting and splitting up, and what is your responsibility, and how does MC protocol work for you? And I'll tell you, it was an interesting thing, because as these brothers was fighting each other, and as these brothers were not happy with one another, you got to understand, this happens to every single solitary MC in the world. Every MC has some kind of a war or a fight or a club split. You love these people, they're your brothers. But you can get into a situation where I really can't hang out with you for a month, a year, 5 years, 10 years. I can't hang out with you right now because I'm probably going to break your head in two. And it used to be in San Diego, the old days, where I always talk about where I came from. In the old days, it used to be that you would, there was only a few clubs. There was a handful of clubs. And if you got into a fight with your club, all the other clubs around, we were all brother clubs. We hung out at each other's clubhouse. We were with one another all the time. So the club wasn't fixing to run in with this gobbledygook about, "Hey man, why don't you come join my club?" What you would hear someone say is, "Wow, you're not getting along with the Black Sabbath? Man, I'm sure you guys will work that out." And that was it. Nowadays, clubs can't wait. We just can't wait. We can't wait to see you have a problem in your MC so that we can just run in with, "Oh man, you should join us." It's BS. And I'll tell you why it's BS. One reason is you don't want anybody doing that to your club. We can be angry, and 6 months from now, we can't even remember what we fought over. You don't give us, when you do that, you don't give the club a chance to work its difficulties out and become one with one another again. When we talk about MC protocol and we talk about this, we have to talk about one thing. MC protocol is simple. You do not ever offer somebody a patch that's wearing a patch right now. That's against MC protocol. You never, ever, ever say, "Hey man, you can come join us," or "You got a home with us," or any such kind of gobbledygook. You don't say that. It's against the rules. It's absolutely disrespect to a running MC. MC that's up and running and having a great time, and you are around offering patches to people that are wearing a patch. It's the most disrespectful thing you can do. And you'll hear me say this a lot. Everything that I'm against, I've probably done. I have done that. I was like the rest of you guys when I was trying to get started and get a national motorcycle club running across the country. I made those kinds of mistakes. The second thing that it does is it destroys your relationship with the clubs you were friends with. Yeah, see, I'll explain. We had a brother in one of our clubs, incredible brother. We loved him. We got into this spat. Guns were pulled out in the meeting. You know how we do. Acting a fool. Everybody was mad at each other. Everybody was heated. We threw the brother out of the club. Ah, get out! And he grabbed his stuff and marched out. And you know how we do. You owe me this money for this, and you need to give me this back, and I want all my sound equipment. Oh, you know how we do. And there was a club that we were friends with. Oh my gosh. They came to everything we did, and we went to everything they did. It was absolutely amazing, the friendship that we had. And when it wasn't 2 weeks later, this brother was over now at that club prospecting. And we felt some kind of way. Like, how are you going to take this troublemaker over to your club? You know, we felt some kind of way. We were unhappy. I thought you were our brothers. I thought you were the brotherhood, the brother of our club. We were brother clubs. And now, you want this guy, this troublemaker? And so it started to create a tension between us. And this tension, it kind of destroyed our relationship. Because over time, what happened was his problems with RMC became their problems with RMC. The one-sided story that he told about why we broke up, it wasn't a two-sided story, it was a one-sided story. And that one-sided story with what he told with why we broke up, that one-sided story became the story they ran with. And next thing you know, people are talking back and forth, calls are being traded back and forth. Well, we understand that you did this or you did that. Wait a minute, you weren't there. How could you take a side on this? This is our argument with this guy. And so all of a sudden, clubs that had been friends and had been with one another through everything, now these two MCs were almost kind of beefing. And it really put things difficult on the folks that were really friends between the two clubs, because they were like, man, I don't know why we're not friends like we used to be. But guys that would take his side, like when you go someplace and he's standing up staring at you looking mean, and these cats are standing up staring at you looking mean, but last week we were all friends. So when you take on the anxieties between clubs that are beefing internally and you bring that into your club, you can very easily destroy a relationship that you had with that club that was just really clever. It was an amazing relationship, and you destroyed that relationship because you took on that problem. We don't do things like, I've seen a guy go from club to club to club to club and take that BS with him in every club. And the funny thing about the one guy is, I remember thinking to myself, man, I can't wait till they really understand the guy they got, because he wasn't riding with us. I doubt that he'll ride with them. And at first he was making all the stuff, and then within about a year, I didn't see him riding much anymore. Didn't see him showing up to much stuff anymore. And now I never see the guy out at all. That's the same stuff he was doing when he was with our club. So when you take these guys in, have you checked out their background? Have you checked out to make sure that they were everything they said they were? Did they pay their fines? Did they pay their dues? Listen, I've gotten like this when it comes to taking people from other motorcycle clubs. I kind of like ask them, look here, bro, I don't mind taking you. We got to call that club and get you cleared, and you're going to prospect with us for a year. Well, I was the regional president of such and such over here. Well, you should have stayed over there. You couldn't work it out with your brothers. How do I know that you're not going to get mad and leave us? I remember we took a guy back. Came in. Next thing we know, he's at somebody else's MC. A couple years later, we took him back in ours. Same old BS, and he leaves again. Next thing you know, he's at another MC. Now he's not at anybody's MC at all. So I've learned my lesson the hard way. I only tell you guys this stuff so you don't have to go through the same stuff I've gone through. Now, MC Protocol, what does MC Protocol say? 1, you don't offer patches to people that are wearing patches. Hey man, you'll always have a home in our club. No, you won't. I might not even like you when I find out about you. I only see you hanging out, but you're not my club brother. We just hang out together and do picnics and parties and stuff like that, and we ride because the two clubs get together. But once I find out how you really are, I might not want you in my club at all. 2, MC Protocol calls for a person to have a 6-month time period between clubs. If you're leaving one club and going to another club, you should wait 6 months. 6 months. And the rule is if both presidents agree, then you can come right over. I tell my presidents, don't agree. Let them wait that 6 months. If you really like them, let them hang around for 6 months. And thank you, Chiquita Taylor, for sharing my video. Facebook just told me you shared my video and told me to thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. So the MC rules require 6 months. And they say if presidents don't want to wait that 6 months, they can say, no, he can go now. I always tell my presidents, don't even ask for that. Let them wait 6 months. If they really enjoy your chapter, they really enjoy your club, they can hang around for 6 months. They can show that they're worthy to be there. They can do all the stuff that a hang around does. And they can get their act back together. Because if you've left your motorcycle club, for whatever reason, you probably have a lot of feelings, emotions, anger, and you need to work that out. And you can work that out over the next 6 months. And then you can begin your prospecting period with us. And I say let it take a year. It should be costly for you to leave your MC. It's that patch. That patch right there. We didn't give it to you for you to turn it in and go get another one. This ain't Jack in the Box or Cracker Jacks. This is not what this is. That patch right there, I worked my butt off to get it. And there were a lot of people that didn't want me to have it. And I busted my rear end to get it. So when you get it, I expect you to be with it the rest of your life, like I've been with it all of my adult life. And it's just that simple. So if you give up your patch, I don't hate you. Some of us have good reasons to give up our patches. Some cats are just, we come from some MCs that have really been bad. But still, you don't get to just come jumping ours. If you're a motorcycle club and you've got a brother club out there and you got a member that's not getting along well in that brother club, I don't take members from my brother clubs. I've done that and absolutely destroyed the relationship I had with that brother club. And I was so happy to get that member. And none of those cats stayed. They're all gone. They're on their 2nd and 3rd and 4th clubs by now. One guy is on his 6th. I lost a relationship with an entire motorcycle club based on a guy who turned out to leave me just like he left them. Hear me, people. I don't tell you this stuff because I'm so perfect and I've never done anything wrong. I tell you guys this stuff because I am a total screw up. And I've learned these lessons the hard way. So I look and I smile when I see you guys doing the same things. And I say, it's not that I'm the greatest success, but I can tell you that ain't going to work. Because I've done it. You stay out of their fight. Their brothers fighting on the inside. Stay out of it. Let them work it out. Give them a beer and a shoulder to cry on. and a phone call and an ear to listen. And when you listen, that's what you do. You listen. You don't have nothing to say. Man, I can't believe they did that to you. Man, they're human. You're human. We're all human. And brothers let brothers down. I'm sure you guys will work that out. I'm always here to talk to, baby. But go back home and get that patch. I prospected for that patch for years. I ain't giving it up. Not easy. And I wouldn't expect that you would want any of your brothers to give up that patch because you don't want anyone to give up yours. So don't be that catalyst that helps destroy somebody else's motorcycle club. Cut it out! Like Obama told the Russians. Cut it out. Just stop it. You know better. Do the right thing. The one really neat thing I saw was when my brothers that had that fight, when I went in last night and saw them all back in their patches. Wow. That was something. Wow. I almost wept. Because I had an opportunity to see what happens given time, love, commitment. Oh, now somebody asked me, what about leaving an RC to join an MC? I have another video when I talk about reasons for leaving your club. And there are a few. And I won't go into them all right now. But one of them, Atlas Potash, is a change of heart. If you are a 99%er and you want to be a 1%er, you need to leave your MC. Because acting like a 1%er in a 99%er club is going to get somebody hurt. So your heart has changed, you need to go. If you're a RC person and you want to move up the ladder to an MC, your heart has changed. You need to go. A change of heart is a good reason to leave an MC. A change in the way that your structure is living. So that's it. And I just wanted to tell you guys about that and let you guys go. And you guys have a great time. And that was my idea on motorcycle clubs and club splits and that sort of thing. Take care and have a productive day.